to Spiritual Dessert Trews, episode 63 for Russell Brand and other people. Today we are still working on the story of a soul, and we're not going to do the bathtub one. I might keep it. You'll never know. On a day where I'm like, oh no, I don't have my story. Out will come that dark one or the tub one. In the meantime, yes, I'm back to reading my also all-time favorite, which I haven't read in a while since I first saw you. My bookie book, and also my bookie book too. And so now there is a nice new book coming out. So you'll have to put it on your wish list. Go to Amazon, find it. And there's also a children's book. I'm so psyched. So pop in Russell Brand, and you will find the rest of your awesome books. But I'm still working on the story of a soul. We're trying to become a saint here. I don't know how it's working. We're still working on it. You have to work on energy vampires. So you'll notice that there'll be these people that when they walk into the room, somehow it's just a darker place. And instantly you feel a little tired and a little listless, energyless. That's an energy vampire. And so you'll know because you'll have to get happy again. So interesting. Synchronicity. Life is a bit of a roller coaster ride. And so you'll have like this happy thing happen where you're thinking, gosh, that's a miracle. It's amazing. And then some very strange thing might happen. And it depends on belief. So again, what you believe is what you receive. So what you believe about the world, I was just saying, I think it's a roller coaster ride. Then the universe goes about and proves me right. So you have to be kind of careful. Maybe you have to say like, wow, it's an awesome, steady ride. I'm really enjoying this, because then the universe proves you right. So even when we are having our revolution and we look at things and we say, oh, they're doing wrong, we have to really focus within, because everything is within, including all the negativity. It's within your mind. So it's very delicate, a little bit tricky, but it's almost like you have to look upon what is negative and start to see it as already being changed. And literally, it's like the universe will prove you right. So in some ways, you have to look upon those who can make a difference, and we will steer them into making a difference. I heard it said where some certain set individuals own 1/6 of all land on the earth. Maybe it's time to make sure they share by believing that they will and that they must, that their life depends on it. Maybe they just don't know that yet, but their life does depend on it. So, yeah, it's time. In the meantime, just work on your joy and your peace of mind and your highest vibration, because when you're vibrating at your highest, all these amazing things come to you in the universe, proving that you're right around you. So think about it. If each one of us is producing the same vibration, like of amazingness and love and joy, we have no choice but to produce a heaven on earth, because there won't be any other vibration except for the vibration that is trying to, yes, create war and havoc and harm. But there'll be less of it, especially if you don't believe it in your mind. And if it's gone from yours, you're not vibrating at the frequency of fear or anger or any of that stuff, then there's no way you're going to produce that around you in your world. And this is our shared planet. So each one of you contributes to eternity with your bit of joy. Add your smiles, add your goodness, add your light. And there's nowhere we can go but up. So I love you. Whoops, I forgot about the book. All right, so going back to the story of a soul and Saint Therese, we're still in Christmas, Grace and After. but we're almost done. So for the most part, she kept people laughing with her naivety. She was very sweet. And it seemed that she was always obliged to answer something because they knew she was special and they knew she had some answers. So there, speaking of answers, I hope you got your answers today. Oh, goth detectives, that's really awesome. Remember to have fun. That's the most important part. You don't have to need the answers. The answer is always the same. Love. Love is always the answer. It's the answer to every question, everything. It's the one thing that you can take with you when you leave this life. You can't take your stuff. You can't even take your body with you. You take nothing with you. All the physical is an illusion, and it poof disappears the minute you go. So that should tell you something, that we're really not the physical. We are definitely a spirit, and that spirit is eternal. And whether you believe in reincarnation or not, you just altering into anything else, even back to being a spirit, shedding the body, is still a transformation and still some type of a reincarnation. So know that this life is meant for joy, and it's meant for you to give joy to others. So bring as much joy as you can to the planet, to yourself, to your life, and you will have a surrounding that is beautiful. So keep in your heart, keep in your mind, keep in your focus what you desire. Never say the words I want, because that means you don't have and that you're still longing for. So just use the words I desire and thank as much for it already. So I'm going to thank as much for it already, for heaven on earth and a peaceful, loving, joyful, and perfect place. And I thank you, love you, pleasant dreams, happy 63. I can't believe I did 63 episodes of anything. Oh my God. Russell Brand can inspire anybody to do anything, I think. That's what I think. So maybe, all right, Rusty, do your thing. Empower and change the planet for the better. It's happening. Kiss, kiss.